Hey guys, welcome back to the front line. It's your girl Shamar. Pull up a chair, come on in the cabin, guys. Fair use for the purposes of education and criticism. Guys, welcome back, right, y'all? I want to do a couple of things in this episode. I want to first take a moment to give a shout out to y'all. Haven't heard me say my good friend's name in a while. It's not that we're not good friends, we talk daily. Um, Shoshana. Shoshana's got a lot of her matriarchs that passed away, guys. And I know what that's like. I lost my mother in 2002. I've had to take two of the most special people in my life off of life support. You know, my mother being one and my son being one. Um, so I know what that pain feels like. I know a few of my subscribers have to know what that pain feels like. Whether it's a child, my heart goes out to you. If it was a parent, my heart goes out to you. I've buried my dad. I buried my mom, my dad, and my son. I buried my son. My son passed away on the day I buried my dad. So February is a very, very rough month for me, guys. That's also my birth month. So I say this to say I know there's a lot of people in our circle who know what that's like, man, to lose somebody so special to you. So I want to give a big shout out to Shoshana and tell her, you know, I'm here for you. And I'm very sorry for the loss of your mom and your grandma. Much love to you, sis. And um, I know I speak for my subs that I know they'll be thinking about you too. All right, guys. So shout out to Shoshana. Um, I want to give a shout out to a lot of my subscribers that are still hanging in here and still checking in periodically. Let's get out of this dead loop because, well, no, I don't want to get out the dead loop yet because then I'm going to start talking about the photo I took. So 1 minute, y'all. Just bear with me for this ugly green dot. It has been a better screen recorder than the last one, guys. So I like the screen recorder. I don't like the background though. All right. So guys, we're getting into some serious stuff here, right, as it pertains to Israel, right? So I want to tell y'all something, right? That when I started this journey um, and I started reading this book, things started jumping out to me, right? But like I didn't have a way of proving it myself, right? So I will only bring something to you guys if I can prove it myself, all right? And daily, so much stuff is thrown at me that I really don't have time to uh, prove everything to you guys, right? I think there's some great content creators out here that have done a great job that I know, wisdom has guided them. And shout out to Diana Bava. I hope I'm saying your name right. She gave me a saying last night that I really, really liked. May wisdom guide you. So I'm taking that from you, Diana. Thank you for that. I think I'm going to start closing, guys, with that. I love that statement. But I say that to say that I know wisdom has to be guiding this knowledge, right? And one particular person that y'all know without a doubt that I listen to is the Ruth Abbey show. Ruth Abbey just dropped something about a week or two ago about the voice of Judah or the covering of Judah. Y'all really need to see that one because that digs deeper into Solomon. I have not had time to get into Solomon the way he really deserves, guys. He really deserved like a good couple of episodes. I'm not kidding y'all. Okay, because anytime you see somebody praying to the east, you got Solomon to thank for that. And that's why I told y'all to this day, I say the Creator never had a temple. All right, outside of a metaphorical temple, right, guys? In the woman, I say the Creator never had a temple. All right. And y'all gonna have to come to that conclusion too. I can't get into Solomon right now because I need us to first recognize who's Israel. All right. And then maybe people will absorb what I'm about to say about some of their favorite tribes a little better. Right. All right, guys. So I got to build y'all up to that. And I'm working on that. But she's done a great job with Solomon. She doesn't see everything I see because she doesn't even see that he was not appointed by the Creator. Everything is not revealed to everybody. Okay, so this isn't to say that she is inadequate or something like that. It's just that Mother reveals it to who she wants to reveal it to, and I personally think that um, Israel is going to get a whole lot revealed to Israel. Thank you to the outsiders, though, that are doing their job to try to help us find out who we are because Ruth ain't got to be doing, sorry, her name's Naomi. Naomi ain't got to be doing this, but she does it. She says she's been doing this for 15 years, guys. So I'm coming to an understanding that took this lady 15 years to get to. And I'm actually ahead of the curve thanks to our mother. Okay? So she doesn't recognize yet that Adam left alone. Okay? She hasn't recognized, but she does recognize that JC is an imposter. Okay, so hats off to her. The other person I'm going to recommend to y'all guys hasn't recognized that, but that person is also not a woman. So I think the way it goes is Israel. She is a woman. Naomi is a woman, so I think some things are revealed to her because she trusts wisdom to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it's going to go, right, guys? So let's go to the main screen. Let's get out of this dead loop. It's been 4 minutes of this, right, guys? I've been wanting to show y'all this beautiful picture that I took yesterday in the valley. Look at that, y'all. Guys, that almost looks like our ex. Do y'all see it? Ah! It's coming, y'all. It is coming. Shout out to the mighty mitochondria. All right, guys. About to roll through here and steamroll some folks. They ain't going to see it coming. But you guys do. So thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for taking time out of your week, every week, to come back here, man. Y'all could be watching anything else. You know what I mean? Although y'all know, everything is not going to spiritually prepare you. But, in my downtime, am I watching stuff that spiritually prepares me? No, I'm not going to lie to y'all. All right, guys. But at some point, rather frequently, Israel's on my mind, and this is the reason why. So we got rid of the Kens, guys, and this is our new background picture. But this is the reason why, because Israel's on my mind. That my phone looks like this, guys. This ain't my personal business. These are, well, they go Instagram, uh, so some of it is, but these are folders, guys. This right here, the first page, is stuff we've covered, and these are some things. A few of them we've covered, but the rest of the stuff we haven't got to, guys. We have not gotten to half of this stuff, okay? Like I told you, there's a lot to get to, and I'm gonna show y'all this real quick because I feel empowered when I see stuff like this. Let me show you. I hope this is the one. I always got a ton of stuff. This is the earth, but land is feminine root, right, guys? You see that, right? Okay. But the most important one, I believe, is right here. I'm hoping this is the one, guys. Oh, the inheritance, the possession, feminine root. All right, that wasn't what I wanted to show y'all. Hold on, I think it's in here. Strong's Concordance. I'm hoping it's this one. Come on now, give it to me, y'all. What am I looking? This is what I'm looking for right here. Thank you. When I rub my hands in the background, y'all, be prepared. Be prepared. I listen to a few of my podcasts and I hear myself in the background rubbing my hands. I'm like, God daggone it, Shamar, you get ready to get revved up. Listen, y'all. Strong's 8451, right? I wanted to look up the Torah, right? Moses struck the rock, guys. Moses struck the rock. The other person that I'm going to recommend to you guys, if because I don't have time to get into Moses the way I would like to, and for the life of me, I was shout out to this person when I tell y'all who did this, because for the life of me, I was like, Creator, how could I show this to the people, what I'm feeling about this man, based off of what I just found in his genealogy, right? Because the genealogy was telling me that something is suspicious about Moses. Where's Moses's genealogy? His pedigrees. I think it's in Who's Prophet. Hold on, guys. I'll tell y'all, I got a lot of folders, but here we go. Who's Prophet? I think Moshe is in this one. Hold on. And I got a problem with Moses because in Moses's pedigree, I see Well, Miriam is here, so I can show y'all real quick what, because I don't want to get off track. I don't want this to be a long episode, all right? Some of my diehard people will follow me with this, and it doesn't. Oh, there go Moses. Hold on, go back. Shout out to my sister because she tells me I do this all the time. I'm looking for something and it's right there and I can't see it. And I'm glad to see Jesse next to him because as we go on this journey, guys, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to prove to y'all some stuff, all right? There's something going on with Moses. And I wanted to prove this to you guys based off of this right here. Ferdinand the First, right? Ferdinand the First is the first Holy Roman Emperor, okay? So when I saw Ferdinand the First in Moses's genealogy, I was like, hold up. Like what? Why is the Holy Roman Emperor listed in Moses's genealogy? Right? Because I link the Holy Roman Emperor to the Vatican, guys. I've been saying this. So I don't want to just throw nothing out no more. I'm going to show y'all what the hell I'm talking about. So when I saw Moses's genealogy, I was like, hold up, something ain't right. King of Cush and all this. Moses ain't supposed to have no property. He's a Levite. So what is he doing? The Holy Roman Emperor, that's the Vatican, guys. All that's sovereign territory. The Levites aren't supposed to have a possession. Okay? But Moses is, they're claiming Massa Musa. And look, up here, he's got, there's a bunch of different names under Moses. So look, let's start right here. Moshe ben Amram. Well, Amram is his father, and his mother's Jochebed, which is his aunt. Okay, so his father slept with his aunt. All right, they didn't want to tell you that, but that's in there in the who begot who that everybody gets bored of. All right, the deliverer of Israel, prince high priest of Egypt, the lawgiver. Ordered, built the Ark of the Covenant, led Israel to the Promised Land, aka Musa. All right. What do we got here? Phoenicians. It's just a lot of stuff under here, guys. This is Fab Pedigree. Right up there, you can see. If you ever get bored and you want to go through some of these genealogies, I really encourage you to, actually. Because I told y'all in the coming weeks, we got to look at the genealogy of Leah and Rachel, right, guys? But this week, we're not here for Moses. But I'm going to tell y'all, if you really want to get a good idea of what I felt like was a really good presentation, and I got to prove this to myself too. I don't just listen to people's podcasts and and run with it. But I've already proved a part of this to myself by his genealogy. The children of the four corners did a really good show. Me and Universe watched this one a couple of weeks ago. Man, he blew this out the water. And he did it in a way that I respect because had I opened this text and really wanted to dig in Moses, I believe wisdom would have led me down a similar path because my approach is very similar too, is to take the details very specifically and to dig deep and hard into those details, right? So when he did this presentation, he showed that Moses, and shout out to Uniphys, because Uniphys said this too, that it sounded like he listening to the father, Jethro. Well, what did Children of the Four Corners prove? He proved that. And I really liked the job that he did. So if anybody's got time to check that out and to validate his research, I'd like that. Because like I told you, my genealogy shows me that something went down with Moses. Not when he was first recruited by the Creator, but I think when he struck that rock, which guys, we did our research. We know what a rock is, just like the earth is a feminine root word, okay? So I don't believe Moses struck a rock, per se. All right? Anyway, when Moses did that, Moses wasn't allowed into the promised land. All right? Point blank, period. And after that, I don't know what Moses was on. He became Massa Musa. He amassed all this treasure and became the richest man in the world, supposedly, the umpteenth most influential and all of this great stuff. Well, go check that show out. And if I can remember, I might put it down in the description to shoot that out to you guys. That was a good show. That was a really good show. I think he did an excellent job. But if I have time to address Moses in our journey, I will. I only do what I feel led to do, and the Creator has led me down this path to show y'all that these books in our Torah have been added. I feel strongly, guys, and I'm gonna prove y'all this on this journey. All right. They're adding books. Now, we knew that they added the New Testament, didn't we, guys? But guess what? They ain't all they added. They added Esther and they added Ruth. All right. Who's the two houses linked to that? Judah. That's all we see, y'all. I got to call it the way it is. Sorry if you're Judah. Sorry, not sorry, because I'm Israel. That's all I know. Now, if Israel was inclusive of all of the tribes that were in the kingdom up there, okay, I'm not Xing anybody out. Uh, we're on this journey. We're going to find out who belong there and who don't. But I will tell you, Judah separated itself. Judah separated itself. And Judah was under a separate captivity. So um, the inheritance is Israel's. That's all I ever hear the Creator say. There's an inheritance for Israel. Okay? So if there's a divide and Judah went to the left, Israel went to the right, I'm going to the right, y'all. I'm going with Israel because that's where the inheritance is. Ain't nothing in Judah for me. Didn't they say that was said to Judah? What inheritance do we have with the house of David? I don't have no inheritance with the house of David. I have an inheritance with the house of Israel. Okay? My God is with the house of Israel. I don't know what God is with the house of Judah. I don't know, y'all. All right? Because the inheritance is for Israel. All right? So whatever the God of Israel said to do, that's what I'm doing. Okay? Now, we saw a pattern of where, like the children of the four corners said, Moses was advising these people to do what his father-in-law was advising him to do. He moved away from the Creator. And I see what the children of the four corners, and he did an excellent job, guys. I see exactly what the hell he's talking about. It's exactly what I wanted to go after, but I have not had the time. So I appreciate he did that. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. Y'all should check that out. That's all I'm going to say. But if I touch Moses, I'm going to find something, uh, 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 an original thought to bring to you guys, okay? Because there will always be one. If the Creator is proving something to you, there'll be an original thought. All right, guys? So we'll get to that. But today, I don't went all the way around Robin Hood's barn, y'all. Sorry, sometimes we got a lot to break down. I want us to get on Baal of Peor. All right, guys, because a lot happened. We know Rachel's weeping, right, guys? We know that there were two captivities, and we heard about Shira, right? So we know that there's some stories out there that we haven't heard of, right? Concerning the woman, positive stories like these two ladies that stopped the, we got the infant mortality, the mother infant mortality rate right now affecting the so-called black woman. They're going into hospital to give birth and they're not coming out. Well, we have a story where that's been trying to happen. Okay, guys, this goes back into history that they were trying to execute the Hebrew children. They went so far as to ask two midwives to do so, and these two midwives went up against the Pharaoh and did not do what he commanded. So that some of us are here because of that. But where's their story? See, this book, Moses' people, right? Holy Roman Emperor allowed what they wanted to allow in this book. All right, guys. So I'm going to go on a journey to kind of prove that point too. But before we can get there, before we can get to the good old book of Ruth, remember, guys, we're on a journey. I got to take y'all to what happened. All right. How the Creator rescued Israel, gave Israel certain commandments. Right? Everybody keeps focusing on the quote 9 or 10 commandments, whatever you want to ascribe to, right? That right there, the tablets that came down, whether you think they were 9 or 10, I don't have time for this. Everybody keeps focusing on that, which is cool. That was law to me. There was law, statutes, commandments, judgments, right? Okay. Guys, I'm going to take y'all to Deuteronomy 7. Okay? It's very important that before we go any further, we got to go to Deuteronomy 7. Right? All right, guys. And then we're going to go to Baal of Peor, right? I might break this up and do Baal of Peor next, right, guys? Because I know I rambled on a little bit at the beginning of this, giving shout outs and giving updates and, just touching base with y'all, right? Here on our front line. This is our spot. But it took a little bit of time, so I'll probably just stop this after we read the Deuteronomy 7, right, guys? But just to reaffirm uh, what the Creator was looking for from Israel. Okay, guys. Um, and then I want us to get into Baal of Peor. Remember, I keep telling you that the men were seduced. So I got to prove what I'm telling to y'all every week. So this is a journey. So stick it out with me, guys. And let's go to Deuteronomy 7, right? We're going to read all of Deuteronomy 7. What the hell else you got to do? Come on. Because in Deuteronomy 7, guys, the Creator gave us a lot in this passage that it is really critical that we discuss. So I'm going to spend this episode going over Deuteronomy 7. All right, guys? And in the next episode, we'll go over Baal of Peor. All right? And then we'll get to Ruth. She got a spot. We'll get to her. All right? We'll get to the little Moabitess soon. All right, guys. So let's go to Deuteronomy 7. When the Lord thy God, and this is, hold on, guys. This is the Creator guiding Israel, right? The Creator has, taken them out of Egypt, thanks to the blessing of Joseph, right? We found out how important Joseph was to all of that and why Joseph is so venerated. And they're getting ready to go into the promised land, where we're at. Right, guys? I mean, some people think this is the promised land. Some people think it's over there. All right, wherever you think it's at. They're getting ready to go into it. Okay? And so the Creator is, pleading with Israel. Okay? To do some things, man. Making it very clear the relationship that Israel is supposed to have. Okay? The give and take that's expected. What Israel's expected to do and what the Creator is going to do. All right? It's all laid out, some of it anyway, in Deuteronomy 7. So let's go to it. All right, let's start. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations, greater and mightier than thou. Now that's funny. That reminds me of like the 7 cities. Anyway. And when the Lord thy God, hold on, guys, hold that thought. The Hittites is up in here, right? Remember that. Didn't Bathsheba marry a Hittite? Problem. All right. So the Creator is saying that these are 7 nations that are greater and mightier than them, right? And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, right? Strike with a firm blow. All right? And utterly destroy them. Utterly destroy them. See, this is what kept getting the Israelites in trouble, that they just wouldn't do what the Creator asked them to do, right? Because we know that the Hittites were not utterly destroyed because later on, Bathsheba is married to one, okay? A whole nother problem that we ain't got to yet. Because I told you, you ain't supposed to give your daughter or your son to these other nations. And we're going to get to that. Don't worry, I'm going to back up everything I'm telling y'all. All right, so we see a Hittite later on, even though the Creator said to utterly smite, and he said to smite and utterly destroy them, right? Saul gets in trouble because Saul didn't utterly destroy. We kept running into this. All right. Thou shalt make no covenant with them. Make no covenant with them is a marriage contract, not a covenant. All right. Nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. It's actually in here. Why did I think it was in the other one? Okay. This is right here for y'all, guys. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. How many people did Solomon marry from other nations? For they will turn away thy son from following me, we're right here, that they may serve other gods. So will the sons, right? They will turn your sons. Even though it said don't give the daughters and the sons, notice he's focusing on the sons right here, though, right? Didn't say they will turn your children away from following me, but no, keep going. That they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall you deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, break down their images, cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. I got a graven image I need to burn with fire. We'll talk about that one day, guys. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Oh, just so you know, it was something somebody sent me. It ain't on my own, but it's got to go. All right. Try to figure out what to do with that thing. Anyway, the Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. See, the Lord chose. You don't choose the Lord. The Lord chooses you. All right? Above all people, that's important for y'all to remember, all right? Later on, it's going to come up. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. We're right here in 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loves you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers. It's an oath. Have the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt? Now therefore, that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. So he's loyal to those that keep the commandments, right, guys? And repay them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. There's a verse, guys, about the Creator dealing with the rebels face to face after all of this happens, guys. And I'm going to have to say, I think that's some of the women. All right, guys? But we'll get to that. Thou shalt therefore keep, we're in number 11, keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them. All right, so one of the statutes and one of the commandments and the judges was what? That you would not marry anybody, right? Where'd it go? Right here, number 3. That you shall not make marriages with them. All right, that's one of the things you're supposed to keep. All right, there shall therefore, we're in 11, thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them. Wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to these judgments, and keep them, and do them, that the Lord thy God shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he sware unto thy fathers. And he will love thee, and bless thee, and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb. Men don't have a womb. And the fruit of thy land, thy corn, that's critical, right, guys? Because we know where corn grows. And thy wine, and thine oil, and the increase of thine kine, and the flocks of thy sheep, in the land which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee. Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be a male or female barren among you, or among your cattle. And the Lord will take away from thee. So it sounds like to me, if you're barren right now, this is a part of your curse. You failed to, some barrenness, guys, if you're a male or female, is saying both, is coming from the Creator, guys. All right, that's why I showed y'all sickness, all of this stuff, you know. And the Lord will take away from thee all sickness. Right, what's right here? Sickness, of course the Lord will take it away, because that's the Lord's to give. If he can take it away, then whose is it to give? All right, y'all. and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. And thou shalt consume all the people which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eye shall have no pity upon them. Neither shalt thou serve their gods, for that will be a snare unto thee. The Creator never asked for these incense. It was incense being burned in the temple. The Creator never asked for these incense, guys. You better do your homework. So clearly the covenant's been broken, guys. If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them? Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but shall well remember what the Lord thy God did unto Pharaoh and unto all of Egypt. The great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm, whereby the Lord thy God brought thee out, so shall the Lord thy God do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid. Moreover, the Lord thy God will send the hornet among them, until that they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed. Thou shalt not be affrighted at them, for the Lord thy God is among you, a mighty God and terrible. And the Lord thy God will put out those nations before thee by little and little. Thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee. But the Lord thy God shall deliver unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction until they be destroyed. He shall deliver their kings. See, they had kings. We didn't have kings before that. They had the kings. Into thine hands, and then thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them. Okay? You do what you want with that. They was wearing silver or gold. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be a snare therein, for it is an abomination to the Lord thy God. Did y'all know that one? I didn't. Side note, silver and gold, they found that in 1584, Thomas Harriot came over here with Sir Walter Raleigh, what is it? Sir Walter Raleigh? The Englishman that came over there and disappeared over there off the coast with that tribe that went missing. Anyway, he came over here and described the natives. What is this metal in the Indians' ears? I got the book. It's about the commodities of Virginia. Do yourself and read that story. It's by Thomas Harriot, The Commodities of Virginia. They did not know what silver was until they got here. This is the English people, okay, guys? They didn't know what silver was until almost the 1600s. But I thought JC was sold out for silver. Moving along. Don't desire. Let's go over that again because I really want y'all to get the impact of that. Let's go back to it. 25. The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. For it is an abomination to the Lord thy God. So that's why when they sign these record deals, they get a little chain. I don't know, guys. It's for you to figure out. All right, number 26. We at the end, guys. We made it. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. But thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. Okay, guys? So I came to this I came to this passage because I really wanted to reiterate to you guys what it was that the Creator was asking and how the Creator was going to set Israel up. Like, no one would have been barren. Everybody wasn't going to be sick. They were going to be able to abolish everybody that came before them, wipe them out. They were just going to be blessed tremendously if they had just done these things, that their kings would be delivered into their hands. And rather us wanting their kings to be delivered into our hands, we wanted kings like them. Okay? Like fools. This right here, the gold that's on them, this is like that showy stuff that, that we're still guilty of to this day. All right, guys, this is that vanity that has been a snare to us. What did the Creator say? It was going to be a snare right here. But the biggest thing that we came to Deuteronomy 7:4. All right, guys, I keep telling y'all, these books they gave us, the Holy Roman Emperor, the fish hat priest, yeah, the books that they let in our Torah, Creator says something about not adding and not taking away. Okay, guys? We always knew that they added the New Testament. I'm going on a mission to show y'all that they added some of these other books too. Bunch of heathen mess going on here, and we're not using our brain. We're not saying to ourselves, hold up, I thought the Creator said, don't make any covenants with them. A marriage is a covenant. Okay? What else is a marriage? This is why right in the next sentence he says, don't marry them. You do not marry them, not your sons or your daughters. Okay? Because it says right below that, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they, even though it's the sons and daughters being given away, it says it's going to turn away the sons from following me. Interesting note, guys. That they may serve other gods. But notice right here, so will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. So you want to know why the Y of death is upon you, sons? Right here. You started marrying women of other nations, guys. We're going to talk about that in Bala Peor. In our next podcast, guys, we're going to talk about that. But I've been blasting off on Esther. I've been blasting off on Ruth. I done told y'all they gave us Esther. They gave us Ruth. They gave us Bathsheba. Are you kidding me? These women that were married to men of other nations. Bathsheba, before she got with David, he killed the man of the other nation, but not because the Creator told him to do it years before and to utterly smite everything, only because he wanted her. Somebody leftovers. This is what we're supposed to be looking up to? You wouldn't even want that in your own relationship. Okay, guys? Men, you wouldn't even want that in your own relationship. All right? So come on, let's use some judgment, man. Just because they slapped it in the book. Come on, man. We need to use our brains. We are Israel. They don't get to tell us who to venerate. We use our discernment based off of the laws right here, the laws, statutes, and judgments. That means I'm supposed to use my good judgment when I'm reading these books and saying to myself, these is not no righteous women. They're not according to the Torah, right? Not according to this law. And according to Strong's Concordance, oh, this is my book. This is my book. So I got a right to break down this book. Direction, instruction, law. The Torah is a feminine root word. It's a noun that's feminine. All right, guys? It says here this was going to regard your customs. We write here your instruction, your laws, rulings, teachings. When you go to some of the Strong's Concordance, a bullock, masculine, of course. This is going to refer to the men. When you go to the Strong's Concordance, right? Anybody that's done this before, a lot of times they'll have the noun feminine, but you'll also see the masculine down here, right? You'll look down and you'll see the masculine. I'm not seeing that. Noun, feminine, right here, guys. Noun, feminine. Direction, instruction, law. Okay? This is my book. This is my book. This is why that book was taken to Hilda. Where's Hilda's story, guys? Where's Deborah's story at? I'm not going for this nonsense that they done gave me, and they're going to sit up here and tell me Esther is a righteous woman. You're going to sit up here and tell me I'm going to get onto Ruth and show y'all for myself. So far, I've shown you Bathsheba. So far, I've shown you Esther. We're going to get around to the last one. But first, I got to take you to Baal Peor to show you what happened here, to show you how the men were seduced. That's coming up in our next episode. Much love, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next week. This week, man, we put a big focus on our law because it's our law. Much love, guys, from the front line. See you in a little bit.